So I want to share some advice with you guys about minimum required grades and what it means for you. Should you pay attention to them? What is the purpose of them? So I think we all know what minimum required grades are, hopefully. So they're the ones that you see on each degree course at each university. And it tells you, okay, you need at least AAB or A star AA, whatever it is. Now, do you have to take these at face value? Kind of not. So if it's a competitive degree, sometimes they're getting as many as like, say, 2,000 applicants for like 50 places. So in that case, there's too many people who are qualified for those spots. So they need at least something to kind of cut off and reduce the number of applications that they have to look at in detail. Because, all of these, looking at applications in general, it's a lot of time, it's a lot of money. So the universities want to reduce that effort as much as possible and find the best candidates still. So in the case of oversubscribed courses, yes, it matters. Yes, you want to exceed that. No, there are no kind of contextual, obviously take into account if you've got contextualized grades, then that's your minimum. But no, there's no getting around it. You have to meet the minimum. You probably have to exceed the minimum by a fair amount. So that's just a fact. You can't go against that. In the case where the subject is undersubscribed, let's say you've got 10 applications for 10 spots. In this case, the minimum, I would say, is more of a guide. Like you can get away with not having it. And it can work in one of two ways. Either that course will sometimes come up in clearing, and that's when they accept the lower grade. If you know that course could go into clearing, then you're probably safe applying the first time around as well, because they will look past it. I've done this with my students before successfully. And it's not just courses which you think, oh, the most random. It's a good course. It's a solid course. But, there's, as you know, there's so many courses, so many different universities. It looks like there are a load of students, but we actually need more. There's some courses that are massively oversubscribed, but having more and more students is the best case scenario for universities. So that's one case. The second case is if you say have missed the grade for like the least important subject. So if it's math and you've got like A star, the required was like AAB, but you've got A star, C, and the C is in like history, that's probably going to be okay. Like you've exceeded the other two, and the one that you've failed to meet is the least relevant one. In that case as well, you can get away with it. And you can make up a lot of the kind of explanation of why you've not done so well in things in your personal statement and in your reference. So those two parts are also really important. I'm going to go through some things that you can include in those parts in later videos, but that's all you need to know about required grades.